And he said, you know, you should take that off. Your kid is scared of you. Your kid is scared of you because you're covered up. Because you're covered up. The kid is scared of you. You're in America now. You're not in your home country. You know, go back to where you're born. Things like that.
Really?
No, I'm not worried at all. I rely on God, Allah.
You know, every time you leave the city limits and you go a little bit outside, you do get some of the, you know, some of those vibes, stares, especially with your, you know, when you go with your family and your wife has the hijab on, she's covered up.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who have been, you know, who give these types of stares. And sometimes when you're at restaurants, you hear comments, and we've encountered a couple of occasions where actually outside of Seattle, we were at a restaurant, and I had you know, at that time my daughter was crying. My daughter was crying, and a man came by our booth in the restaurant, and he said, you know, you should take that off. Your kid is scared of you. Your kid is scared of you because you're covered up. Because you're covered up. The kid is scared of you. You're in America now. You're not in your home country. You know, go back to where you're born. Things like that.
Really?
Yeah. And so we did encounter. This was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And the manager heard about it, and the manager actually kicked that guy out.
Okay.
You know, the manager kicked that guy out. But when you're outside Seattle, of course, you get. You know, you get some stares here and there, but as long as you're in the city limits, and you know, in the suburbs, it's okay. But if you go out of it, it's just like anywhere else in the United States. When you go a little outside the cities, it's different. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, I don't know where they get the gall to come up to like a total stranger and say something like that. Like, you know, like just basic manners dictates like. You know, you would be so hesitant if you just had basic social awareness and manners. Forget about it. Even if you're racist, say, okay, like you have racist tendencies or thoughts or ideas. Just like to have the audacity to go to somebody else and say that to me is just another level of ignorance. You know, subhanAllah, and to like, you know, to say, you know, to claim to be people like, oh yeah, we stand up maybe for women's rights and so forth. You're making like a family and a little girl and her mother extremely uncomfortable. You know, I don't know where people get the gall to do something like that.
Yeah, I don't see how people have that type of audacity unless there's a lot of hatred, and they've grown up with a lot of hatred and ignorance also. And the thing is, you know, the problem is also, you know, the media is trying to flame, start that, and for me personally, I did notice like there's a lot more more of that after Donald Trump became president. After he became president.
Do I feel that the New York police are providing enough protection, or do I have to have protection of my own? I look for protection from Allah.